Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so I'm back with that little teeny mini series about making a ephemera holder for the junk journal studio bits that I cut, the fussies. And so you remember in the last video I just took some file folders that I had and I glued them together. I actually 5 pamphlets stitched them together, and then I glued the edge and put some fabric over just to hold it. And then I went like this. I went through them all and I used my bone folder to kind of help crease it a little bit. And so what I'm doing now is making the cover. And just a reminder for the cover, I took 2 envelopes, big envelopes, and just put them inside of each other in the front and in the back. And then to make them a little bit sturdier, I cut down like envelopes, cut down 1/8 of an inch on the width and the length, and slid those in just to kind of make it a little bit heavier. And then we just collaged using all things roses. And is that what it's called? I'm losing my mind here. And then I have fussy cut tons of junk journal studio things. The junk journal, you'll recognize some of these from the fall kit. So there's some from the fall kit. There's some from the different. There's some from the summer bounty. There is some from the labels. Let's see, what was that one called? Labels. I've got 3 different label ones. I've got red vintage labels, and I have red and brown from the, let's see, All Things Red is what I have. And then I have red labels and the brown labels from Days Gone By. Okay, all kinds of things fussy cut. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start placing these things. I'm going to just place a few things here and there and glue them down. And then off camera, I thought what I would do is Mod Podge over it, let that dry, and then I'm going to sew around it. And then I'll come back on and we'll attempt to get the 2 bound this onto the pages. So right now I'm just taking some of the larger ones. I'm just kind of seeing where I want some of the background things. And so many to choose from. Good news is that I'm able to, reprint these. So I'm just looking for one more, something kind of large, if I can find anything that I might have. Here's one. Oh, I even have some with the Christmas. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I am going to just use the Extra Strength Elmer's Craft, since I'm going to go ahead. I mean, it does, pretty good. And since I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge over it, I don't want to, use my more expensive Oohoo glue, so this one works fine for, I think, for if you're going to sew around it or glue around it again, So I'm just placing these wherever. So this is going to be the front. This side will be the front of, is that right? There was a reason why no, it doesn't matter on the outside which one's front. It matters on the inside because of the way I did the tabs. I'd like these to be front instead of this being the front. So I just need to remember that. So I hope everybody's had a really good day or having a really good day. And hope you get to have a little bit of sunshine where you're at. It's a chilly day, but the sun is shining, and that's always nice. And I like cold, not necessarily cold, but I like a crisp day. And Joey likes a warm day. So this is kind of like the best of both. It's very sunny and warm in certain spots, and then it has a, you know, a little bit of brisk to it as well. So I'm happy about that. Okay, this little guy here. So yeah, so thanks for joining. And if you haven't made an ephemera booklet before, ephemera keeper or whatever you want to call it, they are nice to house things, and they're fun to make. It kind of gives you, you know, a little extra play to make, you know, your collaging. And what I'm doing right now, I mean, this is very similar to a masterboard. The only difference for me with the masterboard is after I get a few layers on and I cut it up into whatever shapes and sizes I want, then I rearrange them and I put another layer on. So that's really about the only thing. Some of these, I'm not going to do all of them, but some of them I did want to go ahead and just add a little extra. Now, I re-inked my ink pad, and it still didn't seem like it was performing really well. So then I put some of the refresher on it, sprayed a little of that refresher on it, and it's still not great. So I don't know, maybe I need to just get a new ink pad. But really, this one isn't super old, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just picking some, and so everything that I'm putting in here and on here, oopsie, is is from the Junk Journal Studios. So I wonder if that's down all the way. Nope. It's kind of nice. Put you right here. So that way, at a glance, of course, this is going to be much bigger than my other ones. What in the world? I got this glue everywhere. It is a lot stickier. But yeah, it's going to be a lot bigger than the other ones, but it's also just going to have, you know, everything on the front is going to just scream Junk Journal Studios. So here's some larger ones. That's fun. This glue sticks about out. So Joey's outside feeding birds. We have so many birds. Oh, I love them so much. And everybody's getting kind of chubby, getting ready for spring eggs, I think, which is fun. And you get to hear all the little singing and chirping and so forth. I wonder if that can come up a little bit. This one's up right here. I was watching, oh gosh, I want to say Paper Inspirations. And I want to say that's what I was watching. And she was collaging, or actually she was just decorating. And I was thinking, oh, she's not gluing down the edges. And then what she does is she doesn't glue down the edges, and then she, until the very end, and then that way she can pop stuff behind it like this. So like that edge didn't get glued down, so she intentionally does that. So let's see, is there anything under here we could poke? Maybe that. take advantage of that one not being, let's put that, let's do that. Okay, and now I'm going to glue that down. Okay, so you can just go, just keep on adding and more layers. And you wouldn't have to Mod Podge over it. I like it because it kind of seals things, you know, kind of seals it all together. I feel like it also kind of helps protect it from all my other junk around here. You know, glue and things like that. That might be on my desk. That one I probably could have gone around it with a little bit of vintage photo, but that's pretty. I don't know, that one might have been in the summer. Everything is on sale right now at the Junk Journal Studio until February 29th, 2024. So all of these that I'm using are actually on sale over there. And I believe this one that I'm putting down right now, I believe it was in the Summer Bounty, which is a huge kit. This one I cut off because I had printed it wrong, and so I went ahead and just used it anyways. Used what did print. I had made a mistake with the printing orientation, and so I think I am going to go ahead and ink that. Try to anyways. Let's see what happens. Okay, that helped a lot. That's good. This, I believe, was supposed to be the front of a postcard, and then when I printed it, half of it didn't, half of it didn't show because I had it going the wrong way. So I thought, oh, there's no way I'm tossing that. That's so pretty. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put it on the front. I mean, they're all pretty, but I'm going to put that one on the front. Yeah, so pretty. Okay. Let's see, what else is in here? That's pretty. I'm trying to avoid that spine because I think it's going to be trouble enough as it is. I have a lot of the one that I just cut out, which is the All Things Roses, the kit. So let's see what else. This one's pretty. That one I think was from the Fall Bounty. That one's from the summer. Oh, I love them all. They're so pretty. Everything is so pretty. It's just a matter of deciding where to put everything, you know. Okay, we have a few here. Let's go ahead and get them down. So I'm trying to decide what color to sew it, and I think I'm gonna sew it in, I don't know, maybe a bright yellow, kind of a gold. It's either that or black, and I haven't decided yet. I've got a lot of things running vertical, so I need to get some horizontal things going on here. Probably with some labels I'll be able to do that. I think this is a really pretty little tea card. So I did make it over to my daughter's to go through the yarn, and found some really fun bright colors. So I'm attempting to make a few things for my, let's see if I can lift that up a little bit. Sneak it. Not enough though. For my groovy journal, I want to make a few pockets out of yarn. We're going to see how it goes. I may not, it may or may not work. Alrighty. Now here's one that's horizontal. Might work there. Okay. What else? Okay, we have that one up there. I think I'm going to outline that just a smidgy. Okay. She's so sweet. This also, you know, making it like this also helps for you to know, remind you what cutouts you do have. There's other ways to organize, you know, your ephemera, but I find that having everything kind of at the ready like this and cut out and in pockets kind of gives you an at a glance. Gives you a nice way to find things. I don't know if that one's gonna quite fit. It's pretty. She'll go right there. So it reminds me, because I don't know about you, but I have purchased a couple of digital kits twice, and doing this helps to remind me, oh, I already have numbers. I already have a couple of fall kits. I already have that Christmas kit. Now, of course, I can go back through my Etsy purchases, but sometimes I just get to going and think, oh, I need something. I want to make an owl journal or something like that. And you know, I could easily just look and see, oh, look, I have some already. I wonder if that'll pick up. Yeah, let's pick up a little bit. So it does remind me. This snowy owl also reminds me that for the last couple of days, there has been this huge bird up in one of our trees. And I've seen hawks up there before, you know, but this was huge. And I got the telescope out. I figure it was so far up and the telescope didn't go, you know, I couldn't see it clear enough. And then I got the binoculars, went to another window thinking, well, maybe I'll see it better over here. Still wasn't able to identify it. It was a really puffy, kind of like this puffy chest. It was white, and it did not look like the hawks that I had been seeing in the past. So Joey still thinks it's a hawk because we do have owls, but we've never seen one in the day. You just hear them. I thought that might have been a sticker. You just hear them a lot at night. There's one right outside our bedroom window that coos or whatever they do. But I would love to see it again, especially when Joey's home, so he can kind of get a look. He has better eyes than I do anyways. And he would be able to see for sure what it is. It's coming along. Coming along. Oh. Got things everywhere. I love this bird and how bright it is. I'm just picking up things that are laying on the desk, but they're all the Junk Journal Studio, so I'll be safe when I look for, if I'm like, oh, where's that thing? It is in here. All right. It's getting there, isn't it? Let's see. How about... I got two of those. I think I like that, but I think I'm going to put a little bit of ink around it real fast. I'll show you. I've got my coffee here. It's just one of those days that a little afternoon coffee. Joey got me gave me a coffee cup yesterday. Some mushrooms and a little bumblebee on it. Don't want to tip it too far, but it's super cute. So between two mushroom coffee cups at Christmas time and this one, I'm getting me a nice size set of mushroom coffee cups. Okay, we need like a, oh, that's nice. I didn't get that glued down. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. That's kind of the thing with this Elmer's, is that, you know, you just have to check, make sure you got all of your edges down. And if you don't, you know, take a minute to glue those. But I think what I'm going to do is take advantage of that pop up and poke something in there. One thing that you know, everybody has their own way of collaging, and by no means am I an expert, because I'm just trying to myself, you know, work on being better at collaging. But one thing that I find for me that I prefer is when everything is overlapping. I like the overlapping part. Not just having, you know, a bunch of things on, but having some overlapping. Let's see if anything's poking up. Get that in there. Everything's down. That bird, I should have probably put that bird out in last because it has some delicate things. There. This one I am gonna put a little ink on it. You could easily do this, you know, to make a journal cover. It should be really, really pretty. There's so many, you know, with collaging. Ah! Oh no, come on. With collaging, there's so many different things you can do with it. You know, you can make masterboard to be able to cut it out for pockets and tags and belly bands and such. You can use it to make a journal cover. You can use it to, you know, make it like an ephemera cover like what we're doing. Okay, so now I need to just kind of look and see where are some gaps. I know there's a gap down here, and I'm just going to leave that. I just don't want to mess with the spine at all. Let's see if I can find one big like that, but maybe a different color. Yeah, like that. One of the things I find that takes, I mean, this is really fun. You know, you're just gluing and working with beautiful things. But one of the things I find to be just a little bit more tedious, not my favorite, with ephemera holders is putting in the pockets. But it is something that I have to do, so I try to muddle through it. Where do I want to put that? I don't want to put it over the birds. Okay, now let's see. Here's a ticket. That'd be nice. This ticket was in the Fall Bounty, I believe. They had a whole thing of different tickets, different colors. There's a green one in here too that I pulled out to put on here. Let's see if we can find that. These are pretty. We'll use those. I'll pull out some words. Butterfly is always nice. Mushrooms, of course. A circle is always good. There it is. There's that ticket. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Oh yeah, and there's that from Labels from Days Gone By, I think is what it's called. That's one of my favorites. And I'll link the Junk Journal Studio Etsy. I'll link it because I just don't want you to forget that everything's on sale. I mean, it's such a great time to boost your ephemera and your journal pages, and they're huge, so lots of bang for your buck. Okay, so this gives us plenty. What's that one? That's pretty. They're all pretty. Let's see, where do I want to put this one? I love that. So this is a good reminder that this ephemera pack has Christmas in it. But I just don't know. Let's put it right there. I usually keep my Christmas separate, but I'm kind of thinking maybe at Christmas time I'm wondering, do I want to put it all together, you know, the Junk Journal Studio, or do I want to have just some Christmas in this ephemera one, so that throughout the year, as I'm making things and I think, oh, I want to make a Christmas one, I'll have a few things handy. I don't know. Play it by ear. See what happens. Oopsie. Okay. I think that's going to need a little shape around it. And another thing about these kits, and when you go on, you know, take a look and see, but another thing about these kits is, you know, they offer other things in it. So like, for instance, the fall bounty has some tickets in it, and you know, has some words, and will have, you know, some numbers and things like that. So it gives you just a little taste of everything, and it's really a complete set for you for that one type of journal that you want to make. But it's not all just specific to you know, like I'm using things, and it's came in the fall kit, but it's not specific to fall, like this little child or adult child ticket here. Okay, I love these. I'd love to use them as one, but I don't know that I will. I might save it for a page. Right there. Okay, so we're almost done. I really feel like it's coming along. My fingers are gooey. Just trying to see where I want stuff. These words, I do want to kind of accent them a little bit. Let it kind of stick out, you know, stand out a little bit. I love the font on this rose kit. I love it. I think that looks good. Now this will be my unexpected. It's from the Christmas kit. And I'm going to put it right here by the bumblebee. Kind of join all of those together. Right. Okay, now I'm just looking. I'm going to grab a new paper here. And let's see about this. Where to? I think I'm going to lift it up a little bit and put this behind it. This is also from the fall. Some of them may be from those freebies. You would just have to search, I guess, Junk Journal Studio freebies, and I'm not sure if they're still available or not. So the freebies for, I'll put a link in the description box. The freebies for the Junk Journal Studio All Things Roses are what you see on this background. All of that is freebie. All of those. Plus, there's 52. So I will put a link to mine in there, and then I'll also put a link to the other design team members for their YouTube channels. And then all you got to do is just go to their YouTube, look for their freebie, and you'll find that link. And then hopefully you'll like and subscribe to everybody, because I think you're going to find some really, really neat and cool things that they're making out of the kit. Okay, this is my favorite label. Where to? Let's find that. How about right there? Perfect. Okay, so I'm saying this for myself, but also remind you. So, in my description box, which is below the video, either click on the downward arrow, or it might say more, or it might have 3 little dots. Click on that and it expands the description box, and in there I'm going to put the Junk Journal Studios Etsy shop, and I'm going to put a link to the other design team member channels so that you have all of that. Oh, look at what I did. Okay. Brother. Okay. I like that. I don't know why that. I love that so much. I think it reminds me of tapestry. And I love tapestry. I love carpet, old carpet, and carpet bags, and carpet pillows, and such. So one great thing about collaging the back first is that you have all this wonderful color coming through, and so wherever you don't put an image or whatever, you know, it's still very beautiful. I can't wait till our roses start coming up. Our little daffodils, oh, I just keep saying, I say it out loud, hold on, daffies, wait, don't come up yet, because I think it's still going to get pretty cold. So far they've done okay, but I saw that the irises were showing their leaves, and man, I just don't want them to come up too early and then get, you know, freezer burn. And then all of those beautiful Dutch tulips that Joey planted, they so far hang, you know, they're holding tight. They haven't shown their stuff yet that I can see. Joey mentioned that he might have seen a couple of leaves, but I'm just hoping they hold on. Our magnolia tree is starting to bud, and it did get some freezer burn last year, and then it rebloomed, and it's rebloomed twice in, I want to say, like June or July. So I don't know if that's just part of what it does, or what. Where do I want that? Somewhere right there. Okay. And something right here. There's a number. Perfect. Then I think we're about done. I think. Are we about done? There's so many beautiful things. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's part of that. Well, let's use it. Let's just use it. Okay, so then what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to Mod Podge it to seal everything down. And then I will probably go ahead and sew around it. And then I'll come back and show it to you. And we'll put the pages in. Let's hope that goes well, right? Because it's a first time thing for me. It's experimental. Which, it's just paper. Oopsie, I don't want to cover her head. Might have to cut that off. There we go. All right, I think that's good. We did it. Great. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll think about cutting out some things and doing some collaging. You know, you can just do it out of magazines. I've done that many times. As a matter of fact, I have a, I got a spiral kind of an art notebook at Hobby Lobby when they were on sale years and years ago, decades ago, probably 25 years ago. And I just started cutting things out of magazines that I liked and putting them in. And oh my gosh, I love looking through that thing. I love it. And what's so funny is I'll go, oh my gosh, I love that. Like forgetting that I had ever seen it before. And then other things I'll look at and think, how did I ever think that was, why did I cut that out? You know, it's so funny. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out with us and hanging out with me and crafting. And just want you to know we pray blessings over you and we want you to know that you're so loved. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.